Welcome to Akihabeera. We're on our first visit to the Japanese beer industry's apartment. We discovered that their much-vaunted toy collection was not, in fact, Ultraman figures. I'm Eric.
I'm Casey.
You don't know the name of the beer, do you?
Nope.
Nope? Okay.
Today we're off to the Magic Kingdom and we're having Ikspiari's Harvestmoon Raspberry.
Magical. Ikspiari is in Maihama, Chiba, which is like right outside Tokyo Disney.
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of a shopping mall, and there's, like every mall, there's restaurants and cafes, and this place also happens to have a brewery inside of it, which I think is Harvestmoon, is what they give the name of all the beers.
Is Ikspiari a shopping center or the name of a location?
It's a city experience.
Okay.
So Ikspiari is owned by, here's the relationship, Ikspiari is owned by Oriental Land Company, right? Who also owns, I know, it's like, how can you be self-racist, But you could do it. Ikspiari is owned by Oriental Land Company. Oriental Land Company also owns Tokyo Disneyland.
Yeah.
So this little shopping mall where this beer is made is also, it's like a sister company of Tokyo Disney. This brewery, which I'd never heard of until Austin had mentioned it, apparently has won quite a few awards. They have, I think it was 5 regular beers, year-round beers. There was, there was like a pale ale, a brown ale, Belgian wheat, and a Schwartz and a Pilsner. And then, of course, they have seasonal stuff. This one I picked up in Tokyo Station in the Yaisuchika at Liquors Hasegawa.
Nice.
About a month or 2 ago, I guess it was. And right now, if you go to their website and try and click on seasonal stuff, the link doesn't work.
Who'd have guessed? Harvestmoon is the series you were saying. Is that a particular series of seasonal beers or something, or just a series that uses fruits? Or
No, I think Harvestmoon is somewhere in between Ikspiari and Harvestmoon lies the name of the brewery. It may be that the brewery is called Ikspiari Harvestmoon, or Ikspiari, or Harvestmoon. It's kind of hard to tell.
Harvestmoon.
So let's give this a pour.
Okay.
So it notes on the label here that this is deep crimson color. This has been re-fermented with champagne yeast, which I thought was odd, and so I kind of Googled around to see what the deal is with champagne yeast in beers, and probably the most reputable source I could find was like a home brewers forum, which I'll link to down in the doobly-doo. And they were saying champagne yeast is not good for a primary ferment, but for a secondary ferment, it's fine.
Oh, interesting.
Which is what was done here. It says re-fermented with champagne yeast.
Yeah.
And it's generally, I think because the champagne yeast can't break down the sugars in the same way, or sugars that normally occur in a beer.
Yeah.
That's
so the
why
primary fermentation takes care of that.
Right. Yeah. And then you go in with the secondary fermentation with the champagne yeast. It's also good for it's a high alcohol tolerance. So you'll find it used often in like barley wines and beers like that.
It carries over. It smells a lot more like a champagne or like a sparkling wine.
It smells kind of like a raspberry spritzer. Kanpai.
So about a second after you drink it, you get hit by this just sour. It like pulls your cheeks back.
Yeah, like again, like we've used this for another beer, but astringent.
Yes.
Is the first thing that stands out. That it's just sucking all the moisture out of my body right now through my cheeks.
It's definitely a very fruity flavor, not very malty at all, not very beery at all.
Right.
The flavor profile is the same as you were mentioning earlier, where it's more like a raspberry spritzer than it is a beer.
You're not really getting any sort of hops or barley. It's just the two sides of the raspberry, which would be like the sweet side and the sour side, are kind of running parallel as you drink it. It's I'm trying to think of more things to say about it, but I think the problem I'm running into is it's not a very complicated beer.
That's it. It's very clean, which is a good thing. That's great.
Yeah.
Except for when we have to talk about it, because there's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah. And if it was a German style beer where it's sort of like it's almost like classical music, where the closer to this standard that you get, the better it's considered, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a certain way that's supposed to be. It's not like that. There's no like what's the word I'm looking for? Like there's no standard for raspberry lagers.
Treat this as a wine.
I think it's a good bit of advice. Yeah. share a bottle if you're two.
Yeah.
Treat it as wine. Pair it with some cheese or some chocolate or cake or something like that, and enjoy it that way. And don't expect it to be a beer. Expect it to be like a mouth cleaning type of refresher drink.
As always, thank you for watching. We just hit 100 subscribers, and that is
great for us.
Awesome. It's
really
great for you too. Thank you. If you have friends who want to watch it or subscribe or something, I mean, hey, like keep growing. Numbers only go up.
You're like recruiting for an orgy.
An orgy.
An orgy. I'm from Brooklyn now.
Anyway, you could check out our last video as well. It's right up here on the cue cards because that's way easier than doing other stuff.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and the other place.
Fuck that place.
That shall not be mentioned. I don't know. What else to say?
No. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And we're going to sip this gently.